trivia time.
Okay.
What anime, and it's an older anime, has a similar story to both of those?
I don't know. Which one?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, shut the fudge up.
Yeah, remember?
No, you're good. You're good.
Do you remember?
I don't watch anime.
Oh, you don't watch anime? Oh, well, never. Why did you? Once I said anime, you should have said I don't watch anime.
Well, that was my
Oh.
yeah. I look. I do. And I feel bad. This is called the F and Nerd Show.
Yeah.
The last 3 guests, you, Olivia, and Zach, all bring up anime, and I have to sit here
Because I mean that's kind of like it's the popular sector of nerd
I
now.
know,
It's like the
I
gate.
know.
Like he opens up and it's like, yo, who's your favorite anime character?
Yeah.
And if you can't give somebody like legitimate,
Well, I can give you something. Like, not Dragon Ball Z.
that is that I don't. I
You don't even I feel like people don't feel like anime fans nowadays don't even count Dragon Ball Z.
no. If it was on Toonami. I'm not going to give that to you as your first one. You got to have branched out
can't
from
be on Toonami?
You have
That's
had
cheating.
to branched out from Toonami. Because if you're there and you've been there, it's like, hey, there's plenty out there.
I have watched. So now, any anime I've seen is from my brother, except for movies. I do like anime movies just because they look a little bit better. That's one thing, and also they're not. Like when I'm thinking, I think of Spirited Away. That's just the first one in my head I thought of. It doesn't quite look like a normal anime like TV show. It's like they get crazy with like I don't know the lines. I don't know. They just get different. And also they have more money, so they could do that. Or have you seen Paprika?
No.
See, I got one. I seen Paprika.
I'm thinking of Blue's Clues.
No, it's a movie. It's a movie. And Christopher Nolan took like one scene out of it for Inception, like when he's wandering down the hallway in the Zero Gravity. It's good, and it's inspired. There's a lot of ideas in Paprika that inspire Inception. It's like all about going into dreams and whatnot. It's good. But I seen My Hero Academia.
Yes.
That's the only one. That's the only one.
That's a counter. That's a big one, but it's a counter.
I've seen the whole thing, except for whatever filler my brother was like, I'm not showing you this. But other than that, I've seen the whole thing of My Hero. Except for if there's a new season out right now. That's that.
I'm not sure yet.
I don't know either.
There's been a pause, so it's like, yeah.
But other than that, I'm mostly caught. I finished season 6. So I have not seen season 7 if there is a season 7.
There should be. It's written. I'm not sure if it's...
I know it's written, but I don't think... I don't know if it's out yet. I don't know. And I've seen the first season of Attack on Titan. And I'm contractually obligated to finish Attack on Titan. I don't like Attack on Titan.
It really slows down. I don't think I finished it because it just got... It took too long, and then it just didn't wrap up quick enough. And they could have expanded out a lot longer had they been like more better with their pacing. But they were always just like, maybe at the end of this season, this thing you've been wondering at the beginning will happen. It's like, yo, if you're going to move it that far past, or if you're going to end it, you should have just ended that like 2 seasons before it got to that point.
Right.
Like, it's I don't know.
My brother thinks that's the first time I've heard someone not like it too much. My brother thinks it's the best. Like if I were to say like any show was like the greatest story ever told. Like if I was just like this show is the great like just top to bottom greatest story, I would say Breaking Bad probably, or Breaking Bad with Better Call Saul and El Camino, like the entire all of it. But my brother would I think he literally would honestly say Attack on Titan.
No, like I said, it's not bad. It's very good. It just started out with its best foot forward.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like that because I didn't like the first season.
Yeah, I mean, because you might have lost the luster.
I don't well,
think about it. At the time, characters weren't really dying off like that. Like Game of Thrones was kind of like a little bit, but I don't even think it was that far in once that started to come out.
That's true. I also just didn't like... And I understand character development happens, but I did not like Eren.
Eren Yeager.
Yeah, I hate him.
Yeah, he wasn't
I kind of like his blonde friend Armin.
Armin?
Yeah, I like him. He's annoying though because there's literally like a whole episode where it's him. I like the pieces and I like what's happening. I don't like how it's done. Where he basically, it's like Eren had just turned back from a spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers for the first season. First season though. He just turned back from a giant monster, and then but everybody saw, I guess, and Armin has to basically kind of defend him, but and keep
'cause
them
he's
from
knocked
shooting.
out, yeah.
Yeah, and even though I kind of like, because I like it because it's kind of like almost like a
Tower defense.
no, I think it's like a courtroom scene. That's what I'm thinking of, but they are like hundreds of feet apart, so they're yelling at each other. Their defenses. I'm like, it gave me a headache. And I shouldn't be like that. Also, we watched dub.
Yeah, no, of course. Well, I don't speak Japanese, and I don't like to
See,
read like that.
But my brother agrees with that too. He's like, if you speak, watch your language.
Yeah, like, oh, the inflections are better. I can't tell when it's just all foreign to me.
And also, here's my thing. Also with that is, if we like Shrek, this is a perfect example. You think stinking Japanese people are watching American, voice Shrek? No, they're probably watching the Japanese dub if they have it, or whatever. Like if I watch an animated movie, and it could be whatever. I'm gonna just put on the English subtitles. Yeah. Now, if it's a live action movie, that's when I'm like, I need the subtitles because I like the first of all the words matching the lips. That'd be nice. But they do have AI that changes that now, which I don't love.
Yeah, but
and also I like in that case I do think the inflection does matter because it is the actor delivering that line on screen. I do think that does matter a little bit to me.
But my issue is just like you're not looking at all the work. You're looking at the after people typing it up.
Mm-hmm.
I would much rather watch it in native language with no subtitles,
right,
than have subtitles on.
Right.
So for me, it's either dubbed or I can throw on subtitles. But if it's just me, I'm watching first, not knowing what the heck is going on, enjoying it, and then the second time I'll run back with some subtitles and be like, okay, because I don't want to miss the visual. Because especially with anime, I got into manga before I got into anime. So I was like reading chapter by chapter, waiting until the next week for the next chapter. So like I'm spending 4 or 5 minutes like looking at this drawn piece of paper, going through like, oh man, this, and this. And then when I see it on screen, I'm just like, like reading it first, I'm just like, they just threw in this talking after the fact. All this wasn't in the manga.
Right.
This is just filler. But what's on screen right now, that's the moment where that just blew my mind when it opened up. It was a full page color, and you're like, oh, Pain is like floating over the village, and that thing just hit, and that thing is the size of a village. I can't wait to see that on anime. He's and I was like, I don't care what you're saying. Bruh, he dropped the meteor. But,
that's true. That is a good point, because like, I never read... Manga's comics too. I'm just saying it because I didn't want to make the distinction. But reading American comics, especially when I was in school, I would read. I wouldn't even pay attention to the art. I would read the dialogue first, and then do what you did. Just absorb, just look at all the art. Really, just sort of admire it. Just enjoy because it's work, and it takes longer for them to put that on the page and for you to just flip through and read through and just go.
All done.
Yeah, so and plus also it is a visual medium. Mm-hmm. It should be able to convey enough story just with visuals. Mm-hmm. So I think that is a good point. And my dad, he does. I don't know how well his eyesight is. I always ask him anytime we watch something together, and if we have to have or if there's just a scene with subtitles, I always ask him, "Can you read that?" Because I don't know how good his eyesight is. But he'll watch any, if he's on Netflix, YouTube, Tubi, whatever. Well, not YouTube, but Tubi, whatever. He'll watch, an Indian movie. I don't know if he's paying attention to the story or not. Or maybe he is, but only just with visuals. Like I said, I don't know. He might be reading it. I'm just not giving him credit. But
can't see nothing. He's like, I always put them on. When they're off, you come back, they come back on.
Yeah. But, I do agree with that. It is interesting.
I mean, it does help that whenever, because Bleach, this will date me. They were releasing them on so basically it's with this group that would find somebody in Japan and buy a weekly shonen. Mm-hmm. They basically release it there, and then a week later it comes, or maybe a month later it comes in American English. And so we would get them, photocopy every single page, they would send over the raw scans, and then they'll come over to, like, my department was cleanup, and so I would basically clean up all, like, the grain in the background if it, like, was unsightly, and then redraw all the lines on it. So basically make it a digital copy from their make it a digital copy from what they sent in, and then we have people that translate the text, and then basically we go in and put it in English from their translation into the speech bubbles. So most of mine that I got would already have, like, Japanese writing, and I couldn't pay attention to them anyways because I couldn't read Japanese at the time. So a lot of the time it was like the first time I seen the stories, it was all just contextual images, and it, like, you just get so much compared to just being, like, distracted by that bubble and be like, I read this, I got the important part, visual to confirm what I read, instead of being like, okay, this is the actual image, what's going on here, like, what could they be saying, like, what did he just say? Everybody's like, he's going wild, there's a man in the back, like, throwing his stuff in the air, like, what is being said? And so you go through and have, like, this whole thought process of just, like, getting all the possibilities. And then once you see what they put on the page, you're just like, oh, that could have been a lot better.
Yeah. There used to be, I can't remember now at this point if I just saw, like, somebody talking about it or if I actually read it myself, but they had, like, I can't remember, but it had, like, a Hulk, it was like a Hulk comic book, but for some reason they put the script, just the script in the back and no word bubbles at all. And so you could just... You only just look at the pictures, and then if you want to know what dialogue happened, you have to read the back.